Congratulations. This is Daniel Burman here with his wonderful film The Tenth Man. All right. Okay, and it's in Tribeca Film Festival. Please do watch it, and we have him live here. Congratulations on your wonderful film. There's Tribeca is always great with the international films and language films, but your film, even though it's in a different language, and I was like, I don't know, do I gonna don't know, Spanish film, I don't know, but it really connected. It's about your roots, finding your roots, which is amazing. I think it's a story almost everybody in America, especially, can relate to, because a lot of us are immigrants, and you feel that need. So that congratulations, and you tell that story beautifully.
Thank you.
How did this idea come to you? Where did it originate? Where did it come from?
Voy a hablar en español, ella va a traducir. La película en realidad tiene que ver con una idea que hace mucho estaba desarrollando de que nosotros salimos corriendo de nuestra infancia, dejando en el camino herramientas y pedazos nuestros que cuando llegamos a la edad media de nuestra vida las necesitamos para seguir adelante. Entonces en realidad volvemos a nuestra infancia porque hay algo que quedó ahí que hasta que no tomamos o recuperamos no podemos seguir adelante. Entonces no es una película melancólica sobre la infancia, sino casi práctica, ¿no? Hay algunos acontecimientos, como dice Zizek, me gusta mucho, que nos marcan en la vida y que nos justifican también en la adultez, y a veces tenemos que volver atrás para rectificarlos y recuperar esos elementos que dejamos en el camino en nuestra vida.
Well, the idea that I was trying to develop with this film is how we hurry away from our childhood, we run away from it, and we leave behind certain tools in our wake, which then later on when we reach our middle age, we find that we actually need it. So we need to go back to our childhood to recover those tools. I like the phrase that Zizek, the word he uses when he's events is the word that he uses, that certain events that mark us throughout our life, and then we need to go back and recover them. So yeah, this was the guiding idea behind the film.
Great. So the film starts in New York, right? It's amazing, and then transforms you into Buenos Aires, and it still looks like New York. So did you? I mean, it felt very New York film to me, even though it was not here. It felt like a New Yorker film. Even the look, and is that something you were intentionally going for? Or?
No, a mí me parece una ciudad tan extraña New York para mí, así que no, es milagroso casi parezca.
No. In fact, New York seems like such a strange city to me, so it's kind of miraculous that it seems so similar to you.
Okay, yeah, it does. I mean, you start in New York, and I was like, did he shoot it in New York? And he's just kind of like some part of Queens and stuff, especially, very much. Or even, and it's so universal. That's what I would say. So, I mean, I understand the language. Why you picked Spanish? I'm assuming because that's your first language. Because I felt like. Did you ever consider making it in English, or you think you would have
No hay ninguna razón. Tenemos una sola vida y es muy corta, y toda la energía de trabajar en otro idioma, y los agentes y los abogados y los managers y las fiestas, y entrar en otro sistema me parecería una inversión de mi vida tan grande que no me parece imposible, o tendría que haber mucho dinero que lo justifique.
No. You only have one life, and it's a short one, so all of the energy it would require to shoot a film in another language, all the different agent managers, parties, and learning how to be part of a different system is an investment that I don't think would be worth making unless you have that money.
Claro, incluso no creo que haya tanto dinero que justifique eso, que a veces me imagino filmar una película acá, la cantidad de almuerzos, cenas y fiestas que hay que ir para llegar a hablar con un montón de gente, y ya me da una pereza enorme.
Unless there was so much money involved, and it would make it worthwhile, because of just the thought of all of the parties and the lunches and the dinners, and that one would have to attend to shoot a film here. It just makes me very lazy, the thought of it.
Well, I'll tell you this, that I would not be surprised seeing you working in Hollywood, because of course Argentine films and Spanish films and filmmakers from
Lo que pasa es que no me gustan las fiestas, por eso.
It's just because I don't like parties, that's why.
Okay, well, okay, I would very much want to see you here, because the film, as I said, has such a global language, regardless, which is just amazing. So tell me about the casting. It's a very unique cast. I was like, why do you have this Spanish Louis C.K.? I don't know if you know. Do you know Louis
He's
C.K.?
a comedian.
Yeah.
Louis C.K.
And, if you've seen the movie, they're very alike. He was the whole mannerism.
You mean the main character?
Yes.
I haven't seen Louis C.K. I've heard about him.
Yeah, I'll show you the picture. But beautiful, because I would think just in general that you might have like a young, dashing, good-looking guy or anything, but you go for this particular character in the beginning. I'm like, I don't know how this, but it really embodies.
Yeah, it's a great actor.
The rest of the cast is of course amazing, but particularly. So how was the casting process? Is that the look you were going for, or you found the person? How did that go?
Normalmente, justamente por la misma razón de que la vida es corta para todo, trato de trabajar con gente que podría compartir un taxi o un Uber, ¿no? O sea, con gente de baja intensidad emocional. Esto que digo es muy importante, o sea, gente que no me provoca un desgaste vital y que podemos compartir un momento tan complejo como es filmar una película con liviandad. A partir de eso, que sean buenos actores y que tengan una mirada del mundo más o menos parecida. Ese es el proceso. O sea, con ser un gran actor no alcanza para hacer una película, porque con eso un gran actor puede hacerte la vida muy infeliz un buen tiempo, que es lo que dura hacer una película.
Well, precisely because of the same reason I was talking about before, because life is short. I try to work with people that for example, I would share a taxi with or an Uber with. I prefer to work with people of low intensity and low emotional intensity, because otherwise this would require such a enormous input of energy on my part. Also, it's not enough for them to be great actors. They have to have like an outlook on life and on the world that is similar to mine.
And you found that in this particular.
Sí.
And you have to have a lightness too, by the way.
Right. It is. And the wonderful film. I mean, it's hilarious. It's so funny, but it's still the subject is so intense. It's an intense subject, and you deal with this in a beautiful way. So how was the writing process? How long did it
Me
take
tomó
you to write?
me tomó unos 6 o 8 meses escribir, y es un proceso bastante caótico porque en el medio hago otras cosas. A mí me gusta escribir en el mientras tanto, mientras hago otras cosas. Esa gente que se va a escribir a una isla, a una casa en una isla solo, no sé cómo hace, porque yo no puedo escribir nada ahí. O sea, escribo mientras espero para ir al dentista o a buscar a mis hijos, o mientras estoy viendo la contabilidad de la empresa. Escribo en el mientras tanto, mientras ocurren otras cosas.
It took me about 6 to 8 months to write this, and it was a kind of a chaotic process, because I was doing it while I was doing other things. I like to write while I'm doing other things, and the word while is a key word here. I never understood those people that need to go alone to an island in order to write. I would never be able to do that. I write when I'm at the dentist waiting for my appointment, or picking up my kids, or it's always in the while. I'm writing while I'm doing something else.
So was this inspired from some real life experiences, and where did you get all the inspiration from?
No, yo creo que la inspiración es de la vida cotidiana, del cotidiano. El cotidiano es lo que más inspira. Por eso lo primero que uno pierde cuando uno empieza a tener algún tipo de suceso como artista es la vida cotidiana. Y uno empieza a dormir en hoteles que nunca podría haber pagado, y en almorzar con gente que uno nunca hubiera almorzado, y tomar vinos que uno nunca podría haber pagado, y empieza a generarse un mundo que es totalmente ajeno a lo cotidiano. Entonces el gran trabajo creo que tiene uno cuando empieza a tener algún tipo de suceso con lo que produce como artista es mantenerse siempre conectado con la realidad.
No, I mean the biggest inspiration for me is always daily life. I think that when an artist or a filmmaker has a certain amount of success, the first thing that they lose is the contact with the daily life, the events of daily life. They end up sleeping in hotels that they would never have otherwise been able to afford, and eating foods in restaurants that they would never have been able to afford, or drinking wines that they would never. It's a whole new micro world in which they become a part of that is alien to the everyday life and the events of everyday life. So I think the greatest challenge of an artist when they achieve a certain level of success is to try to stay connected to the quotidian, to the everyday.
Well, I think that's why your film actually speaks at such a ground level. It connects to everyone, even though it's a very particular story, and that was great. One thing which I found very interesting, you make fun of a particular, let's say in this particular context, Jewish traditions and a lot of things, but also at the end you show acceptance from the character of the same traditions. Is that what you were going for? And what's your general what's your general message or thought around these a lot of religious phoniness versus spiritual enlightenment, right? There is a very it's two opposite things.
Sí, bueno, para mí lo espiritual no tiene nada que ver con la religión, digamos, dos conceptos totalmente diferentes, digamos. Yo me considero una persona muy conectado con mi parte espiritual y totalmente desconectado de la religión. La religión sí es un alivio, un escudo para evitar cierto sufrimiento que tiene que ver con la misma vida, con la existencia, pero el personaje no juzga la conexión de los demás con la religión. O sea, normalmente cuando hay religión en una película siempre hay partidarios de una cosa o de otra, y acá hay como un balance, como decías, me parece bastante prudente entre los que la necesitan y los que no.
I think there's a big difference between being spiritual and being religious, and I don't think there's a relationship between spirituality and religion. I consider myself a spiritual person, but I'm disconnected from religion. I think religion brings a lot of relief to people, and it's kind of like a shield for people to help them avoid suffering from life. And the character in the film doesn't judge other characters' connections with religion, and I think one of the things about the film is that there's a balance between those who need religion and those who don't.
Cool. I think I would agree to that. That's exactly how I feel, and it comes, as I'm saying, it's not offensive, even though it's not offensive. No. But it's actually still gives you a certain respect for people's feeling, and you do that. One scene, the mobile and back scene, it was weird and very interesting. I went back to see it. It was like a magic, suddenly the phone disappears and back disappears, and then he goes to his friend, and then it's like forgets about it.
No, porque yo detesto en las películas que todo aquello que ocurre tiene consecuencias, y no ocurre nada. Uno capaz que tiene una discusión, un accidente, y el otro día lo niega, se olvida o conecta con otra cosa. No todo lo que se planta crece. O sea, van ocurriendo un montón de cosas en la vida y algunas simplemente se evaporan. Y en el cine es como que todo lo que ocurre después tiene una consecuencia y tiene que tener un cierre al final. Eso a mí me fastidia mucho a veces del cine. Cuando morimos el día anterior no le damos cierre a todas las cosas de nuestra vida, a casi nada. La mayoría de las cosas queda abierta, inconcluso. Todo es muy inconcluso.
I hate it when in films everything, there's an expectation that everything that happens must have a consequence, because in life it's not actually like that. You have an accident and then maybe there is a consequence, maybe there isn't. Not everything that is planted has something grows out of it. Not everything has a consequence. Sometimes things happen and then they evaporate in real life. So that really annoys me that there's this expectation in films that there has to be a consequence and a closure for everything. In fact, in real life, when you die, you don't go and give closure to everything that you left open, and
that's interesting. Although I still feel, and that could be just me as an audience, that that particular scene is an important turning point in the sense, that this guy has given up everything for him. Like the luggage is for me that's the way I saw it, at least. Again, that maybe overseeing it, that it's the baggage like he's carrying, and at that point he's just letting it go, and that's when he transforms into like a new life. So I just saw that as a metaphor.
Absolutamente, sí.
I mean, not necessarily like a consequence that what happened with bag. I mean, it's just stuff.
Exactamente.
But that metaphor actually is a turning point for the cat.
Absolutamente.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, so the last question again, the film does a great job of giving a great message, but what do you think as a filmmaker, and that's something I ask a filmmaker especially, that do filmmakers have a responsibility besides entertaining? And your film does give a message, social message as well. What do you think? What should filmmaker, or what's your...
A ver, yo cuando hago una película no pienso en términos de mensaje, sino básicamente hago una película porque me es insoportable no hacerla. O sea, tiene un móvil muy egoísta, primero. Después, cuando la película exista, me gusta que la idea de que la gente salga del cine un poco mejor que como entró. O sea, para mí es inaceptable la idea de salir de un lugar oscuro a la luz peor que como entraste. Entonces te diría que más que un mensaje hay como una responsabilidad que uno tiene al atrapar a una persona y encerrarla 1 hora y media, y su vida tiene que ser, aunque sea de manera infinitesimal, mejor, un poquito mejor, algo, un tris. O la mirada sobre el otro tiene que mejorar. Si no, no vale la pena hacerla.
I don't know if there's like a message, but when I have a film, I'm not thinking about a particular message I want to convey. I just make the film because I find it impossible not to make it, and in that sense, it's a very selfish motive that I have. But then once the film is made, I do like it when I hope that people will come out of the movie theater a little bit better than when they went inside. I find intolerable the idea that people might go into a dark room and then come out feeling worse or being worse. So more than a specific message, I feel like there's a responsibility that if somebody goes into a dark room, that they will come out a little better, feeling a little better, or having a better kind of connection with the rest of the world, with the rest of the people.
Very well said. Congratulations on